everybody. I'm back with X-Plane 11 and Mission Generator. This is where we landed last. Pierce Field, just near Matagorda, right at an island off in Matagorda Bay. I already got us staged on the runway, nose into the wind as best as I could. And it's changed on me, so now it's going to be a tailwind. But it's only a 5 knot wind, so it's very minor at best, and we do have plenty of runway to get off the ground if need to. About halfway this cross section right here. If we're not feeling light on our feet and ready to fly, we will abort the takeoff, and then we'll taxi down to U-turn, and we will take off the other direction. Today on Mission Generator, it's not going to let me because I missed the button. I decided to go to this one, Thompson's Flyers 6T6. Now when I looked on SkyVector and searched on the internet, this does not exist anywhere. 6T6 is just a non-valid airport. The Garmin 430 in the plane actually understood it and picked it up and registered it, so I was able to use it and its map to figure out where it's at and cross-reference it to Google Maps and SkyVector to see what it is. And it turns out it's a crop dusting airstrip for crop dusters just northwest of El Campo, Texas. It's a 42 nautical mile flight. It should be about 20 minutes, so with my luck this is probably going to be another 1 hour video. I'm sorry. Regardless, I already have a lot of things plugged in. I'll go ahead and accept this, except I've already been in the plane kind of snooping around. We could get rid of all of our static elements. That'd be fun if I just go through and individually pluck each one of those. They do have a realistic expansion pack for the Bonanza, the older version, but it doesn't work on this version of the Bonanza. And you used to be able to walk around it and you could individually remove the pitot tube heat cover, and you could turn it on and actually fill it and see if, well, you understand. But you could tell if it's getting hot or not. It'll give you little signs, and you could actually inspect everything. You could grab a hold of the flaps and make sure that they're securely attached by wiggling them, and you could manually move the ailerons up and down while you're doing your walk around on the outside of the airplane. It was really neat. It gave you a little more depth to doing your pre-flight inspections and getting ready. Unfortunately, this version, they claim they put all that in here. No, they didn't. A lot of the realistic expansion pack was added into this as far as sounds and textures and reflections. Anyhow, oh, that's the wrong button, like normal. Now that I'm in here, go ahead and turn it on. You can see I already got the flight plan, 6T6. I still don't understand why it works in here, but I can't find it anywhere on the internet, but hey, that's fine. As far as the map goes, yeah, let's open that up so you can see. But see, it's just almost an exact straight line. We're going to go right through this, through the Palacios VOR. Speaking of which, I should probably put that in because I haven't yet. Oh, what is that number? Or name, PSX, that's what it is. So let's go ahead and do that. Alright, there we go. Now it's in. And why is it ignoring where we're at? Oh, it's because I'm on direct 2. Yeah, that's right. And that didn't work. Okay, interesting. So I need to put that in. What in the world is this airport? 72 TA. Come on. There we go. Sorry, see, I thought I had it all set up and I didn't. There we go. So now when we go to flight plan, you can see we're going to go slightly to the left across the VOR and then back. That way we have something to track on a deadline to it. Regardless, I will try to do my best, but I'm going to lean pretty heavily on this, as like I said, there's just not much information about this airport, so navigating to it's going to be kind of interesting. And I already got the Palacios VOR set in. This 116.4 is Eagle Lakes VOR, and it's just a couple miles straight past where we're going to be landing, so it should give us a pretty dang good idea where to go. And I already got it on the active side of my number 2 nav, and it's just in the backup. I got them switched. So alrighty, let's get this thing fired up. The weather is not very nice.
Palacios Muni weather. Wind 150 at 5, visibility 3. Sky conditions 800 broken, 2800 overcast, temperature 22, dew point 22. Altimeter 2973.
2973. Okay, stop that. That's not very good news. It's going to be a low flight. We'll keep it right about 800. Try to maintain VFR as much as we possibly can. Let me check my charts to make sure there's no towers or obstacles in our flight plan, because we will be going so low. We're going to be going right between a whole bunch of them. Okay, we're going to have one that's 1,000 foot. 1,000 foot tower is going to be about 1 nautical mile, 2 nautical miles to our left after we pass the Palacios VOR. 1, 2, 3 more that are only 300 feet. Okay, no. If we stay 800 feet, we will be above all of them, with the exception of the one just past Palacios, which is going to be off to our left. Good chance we're not even going to see it. Okay, no obstructions, no MOAs, no warnings. Let me see what our segments look like. Outlooks. Oh, wait a minute, that whole thing changed, was it? Oh, convective. Yeah. Is there any icing? No icing. What about turbulence? No turbulence. Is it IFR? Yes, it is IFR restrictions right now. I'm not IFR certified, but you know what? I'm not even a private pilot. I don't have a license, so send it. I've watched enough YouTube videos how to use these for adequate function in a simulator. Definitely not real world, so that's what we're going to use. But like I said, we're going to stay low and try to maintain visual flight as much as we can. And again, I'll try to hand fly it. Okay, let's get out of here. Let's get this thing fired up. Batteries on, beacons on, fuel tank is on. We're going to go to the fullest tank. Looks like they're equal, so we'll just go to the left tank. Squawk is on standby. All fuses are in, correct. Landing gear lever is down. That's terrifying. It wasn't supposed to do that. 3 green indicated. Awesome. Cow flaps are open, flaps are up. Trim is zeroed, although we're going to do 1 up. What were we taking up here? We were taking 100 pounds of emergency shelters. Okay, they do know that this is a Bonanza, not a DC-3. Of course, 108 pounds are probably little portable heat shelters or something. Whatever. Okay, 108 pounds. So let's double check our flight, make sure that that's the weight is added. It is not. That'll be close enough. That's actually over. Apply the changes. Wonderful. Okay, beacon on, strobes, everything. We are ready. Let's throttles all in. Let's prime the fuel. 1, 2, 3. Close the throttle. Crack it. Nobody left, nobody right, and my directions are backwards because that is totally left and that is completely right. I do know this, trust me, I'm a professional, yes. Clear the prop. What did I not do right? Hey, stop. Why did that not start? We're on the fullest tank. That was not right. Closed. 3/4. Okay, let's give it a prime. Fuel pressure come up. Fuel pressure went down. Close the throttle. Let's crack it open. Okay, this is, what in the world is going on? Is it seriously flooded? It can be. Oh, wait a minute. What is... I wonder if it thinks the plane dropped because I bumped the landing gear switch. I mean, it's obviously not, but let me reload the plane. Sorry, everybody. Okay, everyone, I'm back. Had another minor technical difficulty, so take 3 for me, take 2 for you. Yes, the wasn't starting because apparently the code was tripped and it thought the plane was sitting on its belly, so it wasn't allowing the prop to turn or the plane to start. We got it all fixed now, so here we are. A few minutes later than I anticipated, but it is what it is. So let's get out of here. After that take 2 for me, I learned a lesson. I did not set my instruments up correctly, so now I'm going to set everything up for IFR flight because, wow, that was quite intense. I don't need all the YouTube haters to tear me down for my inability to fly. Anyhow, here we go. Let's make sure we got all this set up correctly. Yep, Piercefield, going to Palacios VOR, and a 6T6, which does not exist. It's actually a crop dusting service just outside of El Campo. So that's what we're going to do there. That looks fine to me. Let's look at it on the map. I agree with the map. I don't agree with the map because it's going the wrong way. Now I agree with the map. So we're going to be making a slight left turn. We're going to Palacios VR. We're going to leave the VR and head to 66. So let's boogie. I believe we've already been all over that. So with all the instruments on, we're squawking 1200. Fuses are in. Landing gear, I'm not going to touch that bloody thing again. Throttle, mixture, and prop, all full. Cow flaps open, flaps up. Trim set to up. Turn on some instrument clusters. Turn these bloody things off for the 1000th time again. Okay, so we're only going up to 800 feet. We're going to do that, and we're going to climb out. We'll call 500 feet per minute. We're going to arm this bloody thing. That was very important. That's where I failed last time and caused me all kinds of headaches. We're going to leave the yaw dampener off. We're going to put the auto trim to free. We will be taking off with 15 degrees flaps, so we'll give it 15 degrees. Confirmed. Okay. Controls feel free and correct, or appear free and correct. Let's go ahead and let's prime the system. Are we on a full tank? We are. 1, 2, 3. Off. Close the throttle. Crack it just a little bit, and let's fire up. Clear the prop. And I should have had the avionics off for that start because that is a very bad thing. Yep, I'm not reading my checklist. Okay, well, that just happened. Can't go back now. Oil pressure's come up in the green arc. We got charge. We got vacuum. It's low right now because of the low RPM. So as we get a little bit higher here, go ahead and begin our run up. Minimums are set to 200. Altimeter set 2973. Let's verify 2973.
Palacios Muni weather. Wind 150 at 5, visibility 3. Sky conditions 800 broken, 2800 overcast, temperature 22, dew point 22. Altimeter 2973.
2973. And you know what? No, that'll be fine. Because this is a private airfield that we're going to, so there's not going to be much of anything. We might be able to pick up Palacios, or El Campo or Eagle Lake. Betas. How to get that ready? What's closer? Looks like Wharton's closer. And let's see, it is 118,475. 118,475. We'll put that on the second. 118,470. Right there. So now,
Wharton Regal
it is.
Wind 140 at 5, visibility 4.
Ooh.
Sky conditions 400 overcast, temperature 22, dew point 22. Altimeter 2973.
2973 is the same, but wow, their conditions are horrible. Okay, well, let's see. We have that one tower that's 1,000 foot on our left by Palacios. Hush.
Wind 140 at 5, visibility 4. Sky conditions 400 overcast, temperature 22, dew point 22. Altimeter 2973.
You're off. Don't do it again.
Palacios Muni weather.
Seriously, dude.
Wind 15.
There we go. I need to pay more attention. Today's not my day. I shouldn't be flying. Set. That will pick up as soon as we get up in the air. But we're going to be so low that it may not. 400 feet, 2,800 overcast. It's only a 15-minute flight. Be no VFR up there. I think we're going to go GPS. We'll go radio nav. It's going to be a rough challenge. Alright, let's do a run up and get out of here. I've wasted enough of everybody's time. Don't want to go that high. 1900, cycle the prop. 150, recovered. Right mag. 100, recovered. Left mag. 100, recovered. Now recovered. Vacuum's good, feels good. Cylinder temp's good, oil temp's good, oil pressure's good. We're charging, EGTs are good, fuel flow's good. Altitude into selector is set. Radar minimum set. Heading bug set. For runway heading, VOR set to the side. Okay, I'm good. Alright, strobe light, taxi. Okay, we got the landing light on. Our trim is set, flaps are done. Cowl flaps are open. And release the parking brake. Here we go. By this crossroad, we're going to abort. Come on, airspeed. Airspeed's alive. 70, 75, and over. That was close. Alright, we do have a pretty, I love how a 5-knot crosswind acts more like a 30-knot crosswind. Dang. Okay, gear up. Flaps up. And I'm not going to waste much time. Dang. Autopilot. Gauge. Gotcha. And heading. Okay, this time it actually took over and it's not going to crash me. Phew. That was pretty dang terrifying. We're gonna go nav. I don't know if I actually have that set correctly or not because that flag was in the way. Yeah, it's actually going to be fairly close. There is nothing to see. Visibility is horrible. Get our cruise power set, since we're not going very far or very high. Pretty heavy fuel burn rate, but we're not going very far. How's it look on our little map? It'll look like on our cheater map. Yep, going straight for it. That's what we want. See, even this doesn't show it. This is the runway we're going for. It's either that one or this one. Oh, wait a minute. T6T, there it is. Look at that. Next plane can find it, but I can't find it. Where'd it go? Did it just seriously disappear? It did. I clicked it and it's gone. Alrighty then. One and done. This will be interesting. We are right on the edge of the clouds. I cannot tell if there's water or looks like I see some waves. And that looked like a weather update. You know what? I'm not happy with this. Let's bring it down to 500. I don't want to be in the suit. Takeoff's done. Flaps are up. Lights are out. Let's close the cowl flaps. Cruise speed set. We are moving. Could actually slow it down even more. Oh, there we go. Land. We're going to leave our landing light on. Try to make ourselves as visible as possible. Wow, we were just under the smug. And 500 feet is legal for VFR flight. It's kind of your minimum, but you're supposed to stay 1,000 feet away from people and buildings when you're at this altitude. If I remember correctly. I'm sure somebody will correct me if I'm wrong. The reflection is amazing. It wouldn't look like that through the clouds, but yeah. It's like a windsock right there. Can't believe it's actually tracking that. It is legitimately tracking that VOR. We are getting very close to it as well. slight turn to the right. Oh, yeah, no. Oh boy. Because I did not pay attention to my chart and write down the direction I need for departure of this VR. Matter of fact, we could probably see it. And there it is right there. Nope, that's the wind side. There it is right there. This is the VOR. Each one of those gives off its own signal and tells you what direction you're approaching it at. That's what we were tuned into and flying at. Right over the top of it's where we'll turn and head to the north. 7 seconds. GPS gonna do it. 007. Okay. Alright, 007. We're pretty much already at landing altitude, so as we get close is when I'll figure it out from there. Shouldn't be very much further though. Yeah, we should only be 17.4 miles. This and we'll know when we're getting close. I'm not too sure why there's vapor trails coming off the wingtips. That last time I saw that, the plane was assuming it was crashed, and that's apparently to mimic fuel release. Yeah, that's not the case. So when we land, I'll have to go in and manually fix all the systems to make sure it's fine, because what happened in my outtake did not happen. As you can see, we're not losing fuel. We're on this tank right now. We're okay. It just thinks we're not okay. Okay, on my charts showed this power lines right here. Again, with VFR, you would look for landmarks like that. I never saw that tower out there. There should be a tower coming up right there, 200 feet. A 200-foot tall tower right there, so there should be another one somewhere over here. Let me check my chart real quick, and it's not where I want it to be. Okay, we just passed that tower, so that's where we're at. We're coming across Smith's Landing. Yeah, we should be right on top of a little dirt runway right now, somewhere right down here. And somewhere down here there's a little grass strip, probably right there. I don't know. somewhere. So with that said, we should have a railroad track and another power line, and that's going to be our cue that we need to get our gear down to land because that's only 2 nautical miles away. Alright, so let's look for railroad tracks and another set of power lines. Let's go ahead and bring our speed down to 120. Get ourselves as ready as we can. And then bring the prop up to 26 for mixture fuel. Just consider ourselves getting ready to land. We're only 7 miles away anyways. Like we got our power lines. Okay, so they're further away than I thought they were. Yeah, those look like power lines. Yeah. Those will be the only ones. They're running northeast. A tower, 2 towers to the right, 600 foot and 400 foot on either side of it. I do not see him. Okay, I see no towers. But this is our power lines.
Palacios Muni weather. Wind 150 at 5. Visibility 3. Sky conditions 800.
That's not the one I wanted. That's the one I wanted. Come on.
Warden Regal weather. Wind 140 at 5. Visibility 4. Sky conditions 400. Overcast. Temperature 22. Dew point 22. Altimeter 2973.
2973. Okay, I'm now going to take the plane. So we are getting close. So we'll put our gear down, bring in first notch flaps. I have no idea where this runway is at, but we are getting very close to it. I think I'm a little premature there. Yeah, I believe I'm a little premature on that one. We're only 10 miles out. There's a 5-mile warning. Alright, well, I'll just fly it. The sky conditions dropping. I really don't want to get under 500 feet. Looking for an airfield and I'm not seeing anything. Of course, I can't see very far either. That ain't it, is it? No, it ain't. Wait a minute. Oh, wrong way. Dude, everything I said, it was before this road. Where's this? Well, let's follow the GPS. God dang, we're down to 300 feet. This I don't like. I know that there's no obstacles in our way, but I don't like this. This is when every pilot should make the decision not to fly. Oh damn, weather update. Just what I don't need. It should be in our line of sight right now. There it is. Right there. Yep, I bet that's it. Gear down. First flaps. Okay, it looks like it's going to be a slight. I need to get lined up on it. Looks like it's kind of going towards the left a little bit. Oops, sorry everybody. Didn't mean to knock your ears off. And it's always where you can't see. So we're going to cut back. Dang, 100 feet. Yep, there it is right there. Alright. Gear down, flaps 1. Let's go full flaps. 80 knots. Slow down. Oh, power line. Oh boy. Alright, I gotta go around. Had to come at it from the other direction. I did not like that pole or whatever that was right there. It was directly in my way. And like this flight, I had to abort. I should have aborted the flight. Square. Full flaps. Oh, actually I was. Dang. Man, I don't like grass fields. Oof. That was way too hard. I messed up the landing gear a little bit. Flaps up. Just come right down to the very end. Okay, so there's those poles that I did not like. I literally aborted because of that one. Looks like a street light. So it's not. Did I not accept the mission? But that's what I did. Oh, okay, it didn't accept. Hey, we just flew for no reason. Outstanding. Okay. we are. That was an absolutely miserable flight. It should have never happened. That is a perfect example as to why you pay attention to your weather and have your minimums. This was not comfortable. These were way too low. Visibility was way too short. We made it, but it was very, very, very rough. That'll be all for this flight. Thanks, everybody. Bye.